Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm with the Czar of the Playbook, Emery Hunt, and I'm Tyler Merkovich. We're bringing you Week 2 coverage of the NFL season, AFC West rivalry right here. Oakland Raiders at Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. Arrowhead has been very friendly to the Chiefs. Last week, Oakland dropped a disappointing game when they had the lead in the last minute against San Diego. Kansas City played Baltimore tough last week. What are your keys to victory for Tom Cable and the Raiders?
Keys to victory for the Raiders, number one, keep up that same defensive intensity that they showed against San Diego. They were all over Phillip Rivers for 4 quarters. They gave up late, but for the first 3.5 quarters, they were all over Phillip Rivers in that San Diego offense. Keep up that same intensity. Number two, the running game has to continue to progress. They had their spots against San Diego, so keep giving the ball to McFadden, get him more involved in the offense. You also want to look at Bush involvement as well. And number three, the continued maturation of Jamarcus Russell. He did a good job last week against San Diego with what he had. But the problem is the receivers have to step up and catch passes. That is the key element. That's the only thing that's keeping this Raiders offense from taking the next step, the wide receivers.
Well, that defensive line played great. They got a nice 5-man rotation now that Seymour's in there. Also got Thomas Howard and some players. So defensively, it's there. Like you said, wide receivers. You need to give Russell more targets. They need to make plays for them. On the other hand, I like what I say to Kansas City. They're bringing the defense this year. We thought, what's going to happen with them. Their defense is pretty good, and they got special team touchdowns against the Ravens, and they're going to get Matt Castle back. Brody Croyle played well, though, but Dwayne Bowe is still there. This is why I like the Chiefs, and it's Arrowhead. I think they're going to put together for Todd Haley's first career win.
Our keys to victory for the Chiefs, you want to look at establish the running game with your weapons, with Larry Johnson, Jamal Charles. Get those guys out there in space. You see the Raiders last week had some problems with Sproles. Charles is not the type of player that Sproles is, but he's pretty good in his own right. He's versatile. Get him out there in space. Take advantage of the mismatch that you have with Oakland with the middle linebacker and Jamal Charles. Also, defensively for the Chiefs, fly around like they did against Baltimore. You have Derek Johnson. You have Tank Tyler. You have all those guys right there, Flowers in the secondary. You have really good players. You have Tamba Ali really coming off the end. So keep flying around the ball. You're going to get some chances with this Raiders offense. The receivers drop a lot of passes. Jamarcus Russell throws to the tight end. So if you can cover Zach Miller, that's your third key. Take Zach Miller out of the game. Make those wide receivers beat you. That's the keys to victory for Kansas City. 2
underrated defenses we have here, and I think Kansas City's D will step up. Oakland was feeding off the crowd. Kansas City will be this time. You mentioned Brandon Flowers. Tyson Jackson, look at him. Tom Ali moving a linebacker. I like the Chiefs defense a little more.
I like the Raiders in this game because I think the Raiders can run the ball. You look at last week, the Chiefs couldn't stop a run. I think this time the Raiders get the win on the road. They're headed in the right direction, and I think they're going to, feed the ball to Bush and McFadden and walk away with a victory. A close one, but a victory.
For more Week 2 coverage of the NFL season, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.